I decided to go with for the set of tires was these hicountry Prinx hm1s. We just got them mounted on the wheels. My first impressions are we put them on a 15x7. It's a 10.5-inch wide tire. They were a little difficult to put on. You know, it might be my fault for running a little bit skinnier of a wheel. It might be because of how these awesome side treads run down. Pros and cons to everything. Now the design of these is awesome. You can see that they have a staggered lug design, and they really look like they're going to work very well. Before I get them on the truck, I want to give a close look at the cool tread design on these. As I mentioned in the other video, these side treads are awesome, and they have a different design on, you know, from one to the other. And same thing with the treads out here. This is similar to like a Super Swamper TSL. It stands for 3-stage lug, so it's got the alternating lugs. I did mention that these were a little hard to mount. You can see the bead seems to sit down a little bit low, and also these tires are extremely sticky. Hear that thing sticking to the other one? So I'm very excited to see how these work, especially on like the rocks. Then again, the awesome tread depth and design here. It switches, you know, between each one, and these are just going to provide a lot of forward traction. Tread's deep enough you can lose your keys in there. So one of the first things everyone wants to know about a mud terrain is how loud is that thing on the road. So I want to mention that this is not a paid thing here. We're just doing this review on our own to help other people. I'd also like to mention that when I put these tires on, I didn't balance them. I wanted to do it to check for roundness on these tires. We're rolling up the highway here at about 65 miles an hour on a terrible alignment from Firestone Tire. Don't bring your trucks there. And it's pretty good. We have a slight little shake, but the tire noise is very mild. I'm talking quietly here, and I'm sure that you can hear me. It seems pretty good. There's not really any wander or noise. So I'd say on the highway, these are probably a little bit better than I would have expected, especially considering all the other circumstances. We're on this icy, hard-packed dirt road, and I figured that I would show you the grip of these tires and the ride quality on a hard-packed dirt road. Here we are coming up to this corner, and I'll cut the wheel hard, and it just grabs and turns. It's really kind of impressive how good these tires grip in the dirt. Now we're pulling in to see what you really want to see, and that is the off-road capability of these Prinx hicountry hm1 tires. Out here doing the sand portion of the test on these tires, and I wish that I could bring you to the beach, but it's winter here in Massachusetts, and the best that we could find is this weird, muddy, sticky sand. But be assured, it is in fact sand. It's just wet and muddy. And let me tell you, these tires are nice in the sand. In two-wheel drive, this thing's ripping through here, no problem. It has awesome turning, braking, everything. You seem to do very well for a mud terrain tire in the sand. I don't notice any exceptional digging or anything, just forward movement. Right now, getting ready to test these tires and the hills, the mud, and the rocks. I want you to keep in mind this thing's got open diffs and it's basically a stock truck, so it's not the most capable, but I don't think it would do as good as it did without these mud terrains. Let's go. I stayed away to find some snow and conclude this test, because what would a tire test video be without putting it in every type of terrain? So let's get to it. Tire test, we got about 1,500 miles on these Prinx High Country hm1 tires, and in a variety of different terrains. We covered everything. We covered pavement, we covered hard packed dirt, we covered snow, we covered mud, rocks, hills, and I can say that I got a really good understanding of these tires, and I have nothing but good things to say about them. The only time that I did see any sort of a drawback to these would maybe be on like a wet pavement. This truck makes very little power. It wouldn't even spin these tires on the hard packed dirt, but on the wet pavement, you give it a little bit and it'll break the tires free. So if you had a little pickup truck with a V8 and you're driving it on the commuting and you live in Seattle where it rains all the time, it might not be the best tire for you. But you know, if that's the case, then you're probably not looking for a mud terrain. But these seem like a great budget alternative, and they offer really awesome traction, and I'd highly recommend these. Thanks for watching.